In this video, we are going to study about a practical application of Wheatstone bridge, and it is called meter bridge. It is an application of Wheatstone bridge. So that is this meter bridge is based upon the design of Wheatstone bridge, and in Wheatstone bridge, as we have already studied, that in balancing condition the middle branch of the Wheatstone bridge does not get any current, and if there is a galvanometer in that branch, then it will show zero deflection. So same principle is applied here. So this is the basic diagram of a meter bridge. This is the basic apparatus in which we have, these are copper strips, and there are gaps between these copper strips to provide us different different resistances to be connected in these gaps. We have a wire. It is generally a manganese wire. It is a 1 meter long manganese wire connected between points A and B. The length of this wire is 1 meter. That is why the name of this apparatus is meter bridge, because of the length 1 meter. There is a scale also here, which is used to find out the length at which the balancing point of Wheatstone bridge is found. Now generally this apparatus is used to find out the value of unknown resistor. And how do we find out? We take a resistance box. There is a box which has many different values of resistance, and we connect it between these 2 points, and we take another resistance which is the unknown resistance which is connected between these 2 points. The value of resistance box is known to us. We change the value, we fix the value of resistance box according to us. The unbalanced resistance is what that we have to find out. Now in this meter bridge we have to give some current to, we have to we have to connect a supply. So let us say that a supply is connected, a battery of EMF E is connected through a rheostat and a switch K. This is the rheostat which is connected. It is generally connected to protect the wire from high voltages. So the voltage of this supply should be kept low, otherwise the wire gets heated very quickly, and it can change, the heat can change its length and area of cross section. So this rheostat is to keep the current at minimum. This is the switch. Now if you look at it, if I connect a galvanometer this to a key, this is a galvanometer, it is connected from the center of this metal strip, and it has a key on the top of it, and this key is pressed at various positions on this AB. Now let us say that this key is pressed here. Now if you compare this with the diagram of Wheatstone bridge, then you can see that we have two resistances at the top, which is resistance box and unknown resistance, and two resistance at the bottom, and there is a galvanometer connected with the middle branch. Now this is the resistance box, this is the unknown resistance, there is a galvanometer connected to the middle branch, and it is connecting to the conductor here, and if this key is pressed at this point, then this conductor is divided into two parts, from A to this point and from B to this point. That means the resistance of A to this point can be represented by this, and resistance from B to this point can be represented by this. So if you look carefully, this is nothing but a Wheatstone bridge. This meter bridge is nothing but a Wheatstone bridge, where resistance box can be taken as P, unknown resistance can be taken as Q, this resistance can be taken as R and S. Now in condition of balance, in balanced condition, we know that P by Q will be equal to R by S. So how do we find this? We find this by using the formula of resistance. We know that resistance equals to rho L by A, Now the resistance, we have two parts of meter bridge here. Let us say that this is point C and this is the point at which there is zero deflection in galvanometer. Now what we do in practicality is that we touch this key at various points and we notice the deflection in the galvanometer. Actually we try to find out a point at which the galvanometer does not show any deflection. At that point we say that the Wheatstone bridge or the meter bridge is balanced. So we have to basically find out the length. The area of cross section remains the same throughout the wire, it is the same wire, and the resistivity is also remains the same because of the same wire. So resistance of AC and resistance of BC both are rho L by A. Rho and A are same, but lengths can be different according to the position of the balancing point. Now if we R by S, this is R and this is S, and if we find out the ratio, then it will be L1 upon L2. Now there is a scale which is attached here. This is a 1 meter long scale, and if the balancing point is here, we start measuring the length. A 0 is at the side of A. We start measuring the length from A where the positive terminal of the battery is connected. If you connect the positive terminal at B, then we will start measuring the length from B. 0 will be at B. Now here 0 is at A, so we'll find the length, and let us say that this balancing length is L. This length is L. Now since this is 1 meter or 100 centimeter long wire, so that means the remaining length is 100 minus L. So if we put these values here, it will be L upon 100 minus L, and at balanced condition, P by Q equals to R by S. That means P, which comes here at from resistance box, and Q, which is the unknown resistance, is given by the ratio of L and 100 minus L. So we can say that the unknown resistance Q will be equal to P into 100 minus L upon L, and this way we can find the value of unknown resistance. So this is the prime application of meter bridge. Also study this from the textbook, and there are some points which gives us the limitations of meter bridge. You can do them by yourself from the book. This is how. Now if we give some voltage, let us say 2 volt, and we find these values, let us say that the balancing point is found at 50 centimeter at the middle of the bridge, then unknown resistance can be given as P 100 minus 50 upon 50, which will be nothing but P. So that means at the center of the meter bridge, both P and Q will be equal. The value of unknown resistance will be same as the value of resistance in the resistance box. And let me remind you that we know that what is the value of resistance box. We set that. So if let us say P is 10 ohms, then in this condition, for this particular balancing length, P will the unknown resistance will also be 50 ohm. So this is how we use meter bridge.